Hello, I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. Today's topic is going to be sloppy, hypocritical ageism. This is going to be a two-part. What is sloppy, hypocritical ageism? That is the definition of when we give people expectations based upon their age and their age group and what we expect as for behaviors and actions from them. But give exceptions and excuses also. That's hypocritical because we make those excuses and exceptions, and it gets to be very sloppy because we do that. Ageism, that's all we know. We know ageism is the discrimination and prejudice against certain age groups based upon their age. Where does that become a problem? When we use someone's age to give them excuses or exceptions. Okay, the first thing I see that we do wrong is that we teach our children as though it's a rule written in stone at all times. Respect your elders. Oh, no. Mm-mm. What are we teaching our children when we teach them that? We're teaching our children that, it's okay if somebody deceits you, betrays you, is mean to you, as long as they are older than you. Wow. Okay. So, how does that relate to my abuse? Mm. Like I said, with my situation, my parents were up here, and I was down there. That's exactly what we teach our children when we tell them to respect their elders at all times. It still applies to me that I respect the elders at all times. No, sorry. I learned my lesson the hard way. So, the mental health field, how do they do that? They always encouraged my parents' abuse upon me by placing them up there. They enabled it and placing me down there by teaching me to tolerate and deal with the abuse is exactly what they always did to me. And it gave my parents and sibling the ability to continue abusing me for as long as they did. What else did it do to me? Just like us teaching our children those things such as respect your elders and never be mean to people is the same thing as my parents conditioning me to believe that I'm a burden, I'm no good, I'm stupid, I'm scum. Exactly. So, how did that affect me in my relationships? I made horrible choices of relationships because of that. Because I believed that I'm a no good scum. And you know what? I should just accept people treating me like crap. Okay, back to part one, which I'll deal with the children. Okay, so many parents are told Don't be a friend to your children. Don't be a friend. Well, you know what? You should treat your children as though they are friends, in a sense. Even though we're teaching them and raising them to know right from wrong, believe it or not, we learn that on our own. We're able to figure that out on our own. Because just like people who are older, they have feelings, so do children, even at very young ages. And I'll give some examples. Okay, first I'm going to use my friend Arlisa's daughter, Sage. Oh, she's a smart cookie, very smart cookie. Now, I'll give an example of what she had done that may be seen as like, uh-oh, but to me was, you are awesome, Sage. That's a big thumbs up to you. Okay, she was talking to her aunt in text, and she was being funny, and her aunt seen that. So she said one of the common phrases of, "You're killing me," because she thought her niece is funny. Her niece came back with the little sarcastic remark, being, could be funny too, was, "Well, you wouldn't be talking to me now if you were dead." Yeah, I'm laughing. Sure, that wasn't a very nice thing to say, but, it could be funny. Sure, we can say things, jokingly with somebody, I mean, I joked around with certain friends, like, my friend Mary and another friend named Tabitha. I called them a skinny bitch. Jokingly. As long as that person can take it as a joke and not take it to heart as though it's, was meant as something mean, which it wasn't. I was only joking around. Big deal, you know. As long as that the person who it's being said to doesn't hurt them. That's what is important. That's what we need to teach people is empathy and respecting that person's feelings, not just yours, but theirs too. Okay, so of course the parents are like, uh-oh, but you know what? Sage is going to see that she deserves respect. And when those words are appropriate to use, she can use it as self-defense. Many will say being using self-defense, they'll sometimes see that as being bad behavior. But is it really? People deserve respect no matter what age. That's what we need to teach our children. We need to teach them those letters of respect of that I described it as. And that they deserve that all the time. No matter what the other person's age is. Next example. It would be my friend Mary's granddaughter, Ava. Oh my goodness. She is so cute and so smart and so funny. I mean, she's gonna be something when she grows up. So, what does Ava do that I find funny, but also see as something that can be very helpful for her in time, or even now? Okay, Ava, she calls her grandfather crybaby grandpa. I know her parents are like, but you know what? One of these days, that's gonna come in handy for her because she's gonna use it in self-defense when somebody is being mean to her. She's gonna learn when to use that. What else has she said? She yells out "meanie" to somebody. Well, you know what? If somebody is actually being mean to her, that's great. But when she's using those, crybaby grandpa or calling somebody a meanie, those people at that time realize that she's, just being silly, and they laugh it off. Like I said, if it's not hurting them, who cares? But now that's where parents think, oh, they're going to be mean. But no, she's gonna know, because you know what? She may be only 2 years old, but I could already see it. She has feelings. She knows what those feelings are. And I give a thumbs up to my friend Mary for respecting Ava's feelings and seeing them as important. And I watched her do it. And it was just so heart touching. Even though she was, you know, being a disciplinary role model to Ava, she realized that she still hurt her feelings, even though she didn't mean to. She apologized to Ava and comforted her, because she realized that Ava's feelings were hurt. That is what respect is. She didn't take that role and bring it to her head and, as though she's, more important. Her feelings are more important because of her age or her role in Ava's life. She sees Ava's feelings as important as hers. Now, that's where Ava is going to learn what respect is and how to treat people based upon how they treat you. Her grandmother, what a great role model. I love you, Mary. You keep that up. So, how else do we learn? Just exactly how I said. We all have feelings. We all know what it feels like to be treated badly. We learned that from a young age. Ava is proof of that. So, sloppy, hypocritical ageism. Let's stop this nonsense of teaching people to be nice to everybody no matter what, from an early age. Let's teach how to have self-defense and how to treat people who deserve to be treated right in those nice ways. As to who deserves it. Not at all times. Because, you know what? There've been most of my life, and all those traumatic experiences and all those bad relationships wouldn't have happened if I wasn't conditioned to believe that I deserved that. If I was conditioned to believe that my parents were always up here and I was down there. We all deserve respect. So, where does it get sloppy? It gets sloppy because of what I just said, is that we're teaching our youth at young ages that, oh, it's okay if somebody's mean, betrays you, deceitful, abuses you, as long as, they're of age, they're older than you. Same as my parents are higher. Also, the excuses come into play and exceptions. What are the excuses and exceptions that even the mental health field uses? Just as I said, parents are up here, children down there. Social and cultural views based upon that. Just like for children, the elders are up here. That's what they're taught. And they're down there. But stop it. That applies to everybody throughout life. Even at my age, at 47, we're still taught, oh, well, they're older than you, so always keep them up here no matter how badly they treat you. Same thing with abuse. Another excuse that many use when anybody of any age group is being abusive was an excuse that the mental health field uses. Oh, they're emotionally immature. They got something wrong with their brain. Sorry, but even a 2-year-old at Ava's age knows what it feels like to be treated badly. If you know how it feels, you have the cognitive ability, and you're able to have feelings, you know how bad it hurts to be treated badly. That'd be like saying, oh, well, they're abusive because they were abused when they were being raised. That's how they were taught. Well, you know what? I was abused since I was a young child. Have I ever been abusive to others? No, because you know what? I knew how badly it hurt to be abused. I never want anyone to go through what I did. That's like saying somebody who was raped is also more likely to rape others. That's insulting to me. I've been sexually assaulted more than 3 times. Nah, no, I know how it feels. I would never do that to somebody. Let's cut out those excuses and exceptions and put people in their place as to where they belong. Point out those behaviors. Don't just say, oh, these behaviors are wrong, but then making exceptions and excuses for them. That only gives people the power to continue those bad behaviors. Let's make a stand. Let's change this. Let's make a stand that ill behaviors are wrong no matter what age group you are in. When people disrespect you, you should be allowed to self-defend yourself, no matter what age or who they are. We all deserve to be respected. We all have feelings. We all matter. All of us. Let's make that change. Let's stand for treating people with respect. People earn that respect. It's not a given. That's what needs to be taught. It's not a given. Respect is not a given. It is earned. And we all deserve to be respected. And we shouldn't tolerate or accept or excuse or make exceptions for anyone who treats us in ill ways that we don't deserve. I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. See you for part 2.